I've seen a bit of confusion online about this video, so in about 20 seconds I'm going to run through it frame by frame. For those of you who like a bit of detail, that's good. For those of you who don't, you can just swipe away. You can see kids excited, crocodile chasing barramundi, happy onlookers. There's a bit of traffic going to go through here in a second. Now that's a complex scene played out at double speed. Frame 1, you see in the right hand side there, the blue arrow, that's a guy hooking a barramundi. The barramundi is an iconic fish species painted on cave walls for maybe thousands of years here in Australia, Northern Territory, Australia. And they're good eating too, by the way. I like eating barramundi, and they're treasured by local indigenous populations. A barramundi on a campfire is a sign of a very, very good time. Now, the red arrow out in the middle, that's a crocodile, and then it sensed a barramundi being hooked. It's subsurface at the moment. It's over on the left edge there of the road. Their sensory systems are unbelievable. Crocodiles, seriously, living dinosaurs. Now, at the front here, we might have a few visitors just enjoying the scene here at the crossing. And at the moment, they don't sense really any danger, I don't think. They're just chilling out, relaxing, and watching a show unfold right in front of them. Right, that crocodile is now honing in on that fish. You can see a little bit of water splash over there on the left-hand side. It's got the attention of the kids and parents, especially the one in the white hat. Crocodile's trying to work out where that barramundi is. It looks like it's down the left-hand side there where that blue arrow is, and it's just breaking the surface. You can see a little bit of white there, a little bit of a splash. That crocodile's now turning, and the kid with the white hat is thinking, I'm out of here. Kid with the white hat is moving. The kid with the green shirt on and the blue shirt, they're still there. Dad's just having a look, chilling out. We have a bit of movement now in the next clip. See the barramundi there in the white, just below the blue arrow. Dad's starting to move to the right-hand side, and the kids in the green and blue shirts, they're starting to think about moving as well. And the crocodile's starting to get out of the water, so you can see the front end of it there. When you see them out of the water, they look a lot bigger than when they are in the water, so it's an awesome sight. Makes a great photo too. Alright, the next clip, yep, Dad's thinking about getting out of there. That barramundi is still travelling to the right, and that crocodile is now further out of the water, so that's a good photograph right there. If anyone took that, that's awesome. And all kids and parents are moving now to the right. That barramundi is still being dragged. And that crocodile is even further out of the water. That's a nice photo just there. Barramundi is still being skull dragged to the right. Dad's really moving now, and the two kids there on the left, green and blue shirt, they're thinking about, oh, maybe we should get out of here. But they've still got a good story for show and tell when they get back to school. Now the kid in the green, I'm not sure if he was going to throw something, and the barramundi is still being dragged to the right. The crocodile is now straightened and heading straight towards basically that fish. Dad and the kid in the white hat, they're out of here. Blue shirt's moving slowly, and green shirt was thinking about throwing something, but I don't think he did. That barramundi is jumped over there on the right with a blue arrow, and that crocodile is still over there to the left. It might have just been thinking about whether it gets close to humans or not, and the decision for the crocodile was, yes, I'm going to try and grab that fish. The kid in the white hat and Dad, they've still got their drinks, they haven't spilled anything, which is great. Kid in blue's hanging close, so maybe a bit worried, but the one in the green shirt doesn't seem too worried. Now the barramundi's just been landed on the right hand side there. We are now at the edge, and that's the Kakadu side, Kakadu National Park. Now we have TikTokers, Instagrammers, YouTubers, and Facebookers there getting some great footage. I wonder what they think of this whole equation. Crocodile's just there on the left hand side of the screen. The fish has been landed. You might just see the guy on the right hand side there, fishing rod, and I think that's a fish down there, down the bottom there below that red arrow. Crocodile is just out of shot on the left hand side. Kid with the green shirt starting to catch up to the parents. Okay, crocodile's making its way in now. It's probably eyeing off that fish that's on the road. Family's still there. YouTubers are still there. So the red arrow here is pointing to where the crocodile is watching and where that fish has been dragged up the road there. Two kids and Dad are out of the equation. The kid in the green shirt still having a good eye level view of the action scene in front of him. It was a bit much in the end, so the kid decided to get out of there. The crocodile moved up a little bit further and is still very interested in that barramundi. TikTokers, Facebookers, YouTubers and Instagrammers, they're loving this. The guy with the backpack seems pretty relaxed. He's going to get a nice comfortable seat up on the rocks there in the grandstand. Crocodile's still watching. Now we have a bit of outback traffic, so they'll get a good video clip as they drive past. And that's a breakdown of that scene. Now this is done just as a bit of comedy, parody and satire. Please take it easy. It's just a crocodile awareness video, and at times you need a little bit more context and detail to understand what's going on. I will give you a tip from the thousands of hours that I've filmed there, and sometimes I might have filmed there 300 days a year and it might be closed for 65 days. Now look, it's not a competition, but you do gain a lot of knowledge when you do that. See that red arrow there? Right up the back of it. See that bank? Now look, no arguments please, but that might be a fairly steep, maybe 70-degree bank, who knows. So if a human was down the bottom of that bank facing the water, they would have to turn around, not fall over, and get up that bank in a couple of seconds. So I've seen a big, like 4.5 meter crocodile just sprint up that bank in a couple of seconds. So that's how quick crocodiles can move. Now look, we're just very lucky. When I've been a tour guide in this region with visitors from all over the world, I often tell a story like this. We're very lucky crocodiles aren't velociraptors, because if they were, we'd probably have 100,000 less people per year. So we're very lucky. They play the long game at times, crocodiles do. However, you just don't know. So they are ballistic at best. Just behind the rocks here, I've seen a crocodile that was right up the top of the rocks, just fly off there. And you wouldn't want to be in the way of a crocodile that does that. Every now and then, you might meet a crocodile with a different temperament. And look, we're not all perfect, we all make mistakes, okay? Everyone has a different interpretation of what is safe and what's dangerous. However, they are capable of some amazing things. The beauty of a crocodile that leaves humans alone, stations up not too far away from humans, is that it gives visitors and locals an amazing experience, because you can take photos with your phone instead of having a, say, 400mm lens like I do, which can be very expensive. The downside of people mucking around with a crocodile that's close to you is that a poor crocodile might be taken out of the system, and then you might be 50 meters away or 30 meters away from crocodiles. So there are some really great crocodiles here. One in particular hangs around close to the Kakadu side, and people have probably taken millions of photos of it. So it is a really cool thing for someone to turn up and to have the opportunity to photograph like living dinosaurs in front of you. So just keep that in mind too, please. But in the end, I hope that helps you out. Look, the natural world is deeply layered and complex. I tried to make that very simple, and when we're photographing and tour guiding, we have to try and predict all this to get people in a position to be ready to do all this, all right? And if you know anything about fishing, you'll know that as well. But thank you. My name's Lyndon Anlizak. I absolutely love this place. It's one of the greatest places in the world, and I'd also like to pay my respects to Parks Australia and traditional owners who have worked well with me over the years and taught me a lot. Thank you.
That's going to be the unluckiest mullet in history.